Isaiah 53 verse 10. It was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. Romans 5 verse 8 states, "But God demonstrates his own love for us, in this while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." It was not out of cruelty, but out of justice. God's holiness demands justice. Every act of injustice must be accounted for. If sin is left unpunished, it would make God unjust. So justice must be done. If God would have judged the sin on us, what we deserved, we would be eternally separated from God. But God sent His Son to stand in our place. Jesus bore the judgment we deserved. The horror He went through to redeem our condemned soul is unimaginable. John 3:16, "For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life." It was at the cross we were all set free, where all our pains and sorrow nailed to the blood-stained cross. There was a hymn, it goes like this: at the cross, where I first saw the light, and the burden of my heart rolled away. It was there by faith I received my sight, and I am now happy all the day. At the cross, two different things comes together in a powerful way: God's holy judgment and His loving forgiveness. One side there was God's anger at sin, and the other side there is a God's forgiveness offered to the people who don't deserve. When we come before His presence to take by the Lord's table, the bread represents His body broken for us. Think of a wheat grain. Before it becomes a bread, the grain must be crushed. It goes through an intense baking process, facing the heat and pressure before it becomes the bread that we eat. In the same way, Jesus' body was broken and crushed through suffering and death. Like the grain finally becomes the nourishing bread, His broken body becomes the source of new joy and hope for everyone who believes in Him. The wine represents His blood, poured out for the forgiveness for our sins. The forgiveness was not based on the rituals or rules, that was freely given through Jesus Christ. It was on the cross where our greatest burden of sin was removed, and the weight of separation from God also removed. At the cross, we were not only forgiven, we were restored back to God. We are invited into the relationship with God forever and ever through Christ.